Hey, good morning, everybody. This is Henry Kramer, 605 Chaser, bringing to you a pre recorded message of what's going on today. Main thing that we currently have is wow, look at that sun nice and bright, but it is behind all of that fog. We are in a dense fog advisory. As you can see in this particular map, we do have that dense fog advisory, and that dense fog advisory is until 10 a.m. Central Daylight Time. All of these shaded areas in gray. That does include the Sioux Falls area. Thanks to our sponsors in Sioux Falls, we have Refuel Nutrition, Mission Nutrition, as well as Fit Revolution. They are all located in Sioux Falls. Check them out today. They will get you ready with their coaches to keep looking fit and keep that energy boosted with some of their amazing teas, energy teas, natural solutions for you. All right, we also have our wonderful sponsor, Prairie Pro SD. So Prairie Pro General Contractors, prairieprosd.com. Check them out today and request your quote. We are going to dive in a little bit deep here and give you the what is going on type of thing. But before we do that, let's go ahead and go to your 7-day forecast. Overall, what's expected, as you can see, we do have the SPC hail outlook risks. We have a significant area in the north central part of South Dakota. There is isolated chances for a brief spin up of tornadoes, although I think that's probably going to be more for the southern part of North Dakota. And the timing on that is probably late in the day, so we're going to say after 5 p.m. based on it. We'll check out the weather models and see what that shows. But the big news is some significant changes are happening. You can tell that the weather is changing. Look at these lows, 47 for Sioux Falls on Sunday. We're barely going to make it up to 70. And we'll warm a little bit, but I think we're done with our 80, 90, or I shouldn't say 80, but our 90 degree weather and above. That, I think we are done. And I hate to say it, but I read this morning that there is an area of Montana that is expecting its first snowflakes of the season. So, yikes, we don't need that quite yet. Let's hold off at least till October. So let's go ahead and take a few other peeks at things. We want to take a look at the weather models. If we look at let's get a HRRR weather model update with regards to what could be happening later today. Here's a look at the dew points. We do see, as of early this morning, all that moisture over in Missouri area, 72 degree dew point. Cooler, drier air is approaching our area, but that's going to warm back up. Let's go ahead and kind of shut off some of these other graphics so that we can give you that information as best as possible. So let's take a quick peek here at the dew points over the next few hours here. Based on this weather model, as you can see, the dew points continue to creep back up into north central South Dakota. Around the Pierre area, we get the dew points back into the 70s. But on the back side of that, and this is why we're expecting north central South Dakota to have the potential for the severe weather today, is because we have that drier air that is creeping in from the southwest, from the Rockies. And that's going to be our disturbance. Let's go ahead and show quickly where the pressure surface fronts were at 4 a.m. As you can see, right along Rapid City area was the warm air coming through, but we do have this shortwave trough, low pressure here. It's going to be our disturbance for today as it makes its way over to South Dakota and North Dakota areas. Let's go ahead and push this out a little bit further as we go into a little bit closer to 5 p.m. You can see tight gradient there. So that's probably around the time that things are going to really start sparking up into areas right here, and then lots of moisture to work with here, so we're going to have plenty going on there as well. Let's go ahead and take a look and see what HRRR weather model shows of a composite reflective, what this could look like at 5 p.m. And it's going through an update, but having struggles today. I don't know what the deal is. Alright, let's go ahead and shut that off and turn it back on here, and we'll try to bring that back up here. Alright. As you can see, not a whole lot going on until after 6 p.m. And then we start seeing things fire up around Bismarck area. Let's take a look at the significant tornado parameters, because that's an area of concern there. Image is not ready for 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. yet. But as you can see, there's some parameters showing some measurements here that could spark some spin-ups north of the Pierre area around 6 p.m. So there's the thing that's going to happen is there's going to be a number of updates with the HRRR. It updates every hour, so there's lots to go. We're going to take a look at some of the other weather models as well this morning, just so that we can get a view of that. We're going to wait for the HRRR to get some more information updated, but let's go ahead and take a look at the NAM3K. Now that was updated at 8 o'clock this morning, or it's going through an update right now, I should say. So we're going to have to go through to the 4 a.m. just to give you the best information that we can, so that we can have all those different weather models show what could be happening later today. Let's go ahead and zoom this out, because we do want to show South Dakota as well as North Dakota for our folks up there. So this one does push, the storms firing up around 6 p.m. and then a big line of storms. So this is why there is that concern for the tornado activity. Let's go ahead and show SPC outlook for tornado outlook here today. There is a 2% risk, and there it is. We'll have to take a look at capping and if there's an issue with that, but I don't believe that there's going to be any issues with cap based on what I'm seeing here on this particular weather model. And this curvature here certainly shows or would suggest that this will start ending up being, as it approaches and goes towards the east, this will be quite a gust front down in this area here, whereas these could have a number of small, short-lived tornadoes, not anything long-lived that I expect at this time. Let's go ahead. That's 8 p.m., 9 p.m. There we go. 10. And look at that. It does approach the Watertown area with quite a bit of rain there. And then it kind of breaks up and dies out. So we'll have to see how well that can stay together throughout the evening, but I would suspect that things would not have enough energy to really work with. Let's go ahead and take a look at the energy levels that is based off of surface-based CAPE on this particular model. We have some energy there around midnight, but not much. Let's certainly take a look at backtracking a little bit here. Got a lot of updates going through here, so it's taking a moment for it to, you can see that progress bar there. So there's the energy, plenty of energy around 5 p.m. to work with, and that's why we believe that things are going to fire up sometime after 4 p.m. in north central South Dakota and continue to move that line towards the east, eventually just breaking up towards the late night hours. And let's go ahead and take a look at the bulk shear. If we can get to that one, we may have to switch models. Yeah, this one I do not believe has. This one does not have that. So let's go ahead and take a quick peek at HRRR, see if that is updated enough now so that we can take a look at the bulk shear. Appreciate y'all joining, and yeah, there is certainly bulk shear winds out here. Let's get to a later time of the day and see where that the majority of the bulk shear shows up. That's going to tell us. Okay, so the bulk shear does return. It intensifies around 6 p.m. So the area that I would be most concerned about based on this particular timing of this update is 8 p.m. We have 35, close to 40 knots, so there could be a brief spin up in this area. Where is that at? Mobridge area, McLaughlin. And then there may be a brief cell here that has a spin up in the south central part of North Dakota, even east of Bismarck around 8 p.m. But after that, I do believe gets more intense here, but that's probably going to support. Let's take a quick peek at that. That's probably going to support where it moves into a linear storm cell. Yep. So that ends up showing you that the bulk shear is there, but the other elements are not there to justify having the brief spin-ups. So it's going to be a very, very short window, sometime between 5 p.m. and 8 p.m. Central Daylight Time today in north central South Dakota for those very isolated tornado threat. All right. Let's go back to a live look here. Give you some temperatures this morning. We are showing 60s overall, and certainly showing cooler temperatures out west. We are showing 40s for dew points. That drier air finally showing up. One more last quick peek at the 7-day forecast and highlighting what's happening or expecting to have happen today. We have the categorical risks. So in the yellow in the lower right hand panel, that is the slight risks, covering much of north central South Dakota and much of central North Dakota. And then our risks for hail, because that is the significant threat, is going to be hail, as well as some heavy rain, and then a very low chance of tornadoes, but nonetheless still there. So that's the latest that we have. Again, 47 for Sioux Falls area for an overnight low. You're going to probably be thankful for a little while, but then you're going to, by Sunday, you're going to be like, all right, we're closing the windows. We're not going to have that coming in. So that is the latest information that we have. Again, thanks so much for watching this and subscribing. If you have not subscribed through our YouTube channel, certainly hit that like on there, as well as sharing. And we will come back to another weather update tomorrow morning. It will be a little bit later than usual. We'll have to see how that plays out, because I do have some appointments that I have to go to. But thanks so much for our sponsors. Appreciate them. Mission Nutrition, Fit Revolution, as well as Refill Nutrition. Great sponsors of ours. Go check them out today. Go and ask for the Shark Bite. That is a Mega Bomb tea. It gives you full of energy and doesn't give you the crash later throughout the day. It subtly allows you to just keep your focus. So that helps, as well as there's another one that I like, and there's a shredded cookie dough. That is a protein shake, and if you're looking to shed some of those pounds, that will enhance that ability. So check them out and tell them 605 Chasers sent you. So that is the latest information that we have for you. I appreciate you all joining. That fog, again, should lift by 10 a.m. Central Time. Maybe a few over in southwest Minnesota that may end up still seeing that a little bit later. But for Sioux Falls area, should see that burn off pretty quickly by 10 o'clock this morning. God bless. Stay safe. Have a great one.